y'all. Yes, indeed. Welcome to UDR Productions. Please like, subscribe, and share. It doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe, so we can keep bringing you guys all this good content from prayer to streets. UDR Productions. Let's go and let's get it. Yes, indeed, y'all. Y'all are listening and looking at the UDR Productions Go Love team. This is part 3 of Nicole's story. Let's go.
All right, Nicole, piggybacking on the last show. If you can tell the little girl Nicole 3 things, what would it be?
She'll always have her strength. She would get past all the pain. She's much powerful than she really thinks.
Okay.
I gotta put. She got more in her than she ever imagined she had. But at the time, it was just not known. So, yeah, I'll let her know that.
Okay. So we talked about your childhood.
Yeah.
Now, what was teenage Nicole like?
Well, I was more the responsible one. I wanted to help grandma out with the bills. I wanted to make her and granddaddy like, you know, I need them to look at me proud so I could walk proud. So I, 13, got my first summer job. I got that on for the next few years. I was a fighter. I enjoyed fighting. I was knocking them out. So it was regular. Why talk when we could fight? I was the protector. I didn't like to see the weak get picked on. I think because I was so weak in my time, that as I got older, by the time I was 14, 15, I'm like, I don't care if I don't know you. I am not going to stand here and let somebody just come at you knowing you can't defend yourself. So that's who I became to be.
Okay. So you said in the last segment that you got married quite early. Tell me a little bit about your marriage. How did y'all meet?
Okay, well, I wound up in the hospital in Brooklyn, New York.
Why?
I had a bad asthma attack.
Okay.
It was, I think it was a Sunday night it happened. My friends took me home to my grandma. And grandma was like, what's wrong with her? I couldn't breathe. I had pain coming all up in my chest. So she was like, we gotta get us to the hospital. So we was in the emergency room for a while until I heard we have to admit her because they couldn't control it. Okay. The next day, it was Monday. I remember because it was almost time for school. And I was wondering if I was gonna get out in time for it. But then I got this feeling somebody was watching me because I was like in this big room by myself, but my door was like, I could see everything happening. And I fell asleep and I just got this creepy urge, somebody's watching me. But when I look up, there ain't nobody there. So I'm thinking the hospital is making me crazy. Happened 2 more times. But then the last time, that's when I saw him standing there. Oh my God. I mean, I'm 16 years old, you know, I'm like, you could tell he's a little older than that. But it was just the way he stood there. He was holding the payphone, because back then payphones was the most popular thing. So yes, y'all, we going back to 1988. And I called my grandmother. I was like, Grandma, I found my husband. And she was like, you said what? I said, I found my husband. Never heard his voice, didn't know his name. All I know is what I'm looking at, I gotta keep that. That's mine. I was like, I'm in love, Grandma. She's like, you better in love your ass. Hospital will be ready to come out. Well, he came to my room and he said my name. I don't know how he got my name because my name wasn't on the door. And he never got close to me to see my name tag. So he kind of got it from the nurses, I guess. Every night it was clockwork. It's between 7 and 7:15, he's there. Security trying to throw him out. He'll leave, sneak back in, hide in my room behind the curtain. He would never leave my side. This man would stay with me till like 2, 3, 3:30 in the morning. He left his sister number. Whatever you want, call her. I'll bring it. Came to me with a zillion balloons. Like, first I didn't know they was mine. Because I'm like, Dad, I ain't got a card. My TV ain't on. My friends are all doing everything. Like, nobody don't care. Like, you know, I see all these balloons coming in my room. This big dude, 6'2". That was GQ Thugs back there, girl. I was like, hell yeah. So yeah, he became my heart. He tried to marry me while I was in the hospital. He brought a priest to my bedside. He asked the priest, he said, Father, please tell me you can marry me and this beautiful woman. So the priest said, yeah, I can do that. He said, but sweetheart, how old are you? I looked at the priest and looked at him and said, I'm 16. He said, no, I can't do that, I can't do that. But we stayed together, snuck around. Nobody can't find the code. Her grandma was ready to call the police. But I was safe. I was happy. That was my safe haven. So that's how me and him met.
How long was y'all together?
28 years.
Okay. So the last segment you said y'all are now divorced.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
So at what point in your marriage did you find out that your marriage was truly in trouble?
He's a materialistic. Everything is money and material, money and material. I worked. Oh, don't get me wrong. I worked for Board of Education in New York. I worked in security out here in Connecticut. I have worked it wherever me I had a job. But his thing was, I think because he came from a siblings of cheaters, and he's seen how they play. Okay, I got the main one here, but I can have this one here, and I can still get what I want from over here and play stupid back at home. The cheating just kept progressing. But then when my women instinct starts saying, okay, we got some questions, and I throw him the questions, I get a lie back. I'm like, it ain't true because I feel it. When we got to Connecticut from New York, it just, instead of getting us better, it was just helping me become a better woman to realize I am better than that. I deserve better than this. And I'm too damn pretty to let somebody make me look that ugly either.
Okay, so what was the last straw?
When I found that he could see a new life. It was no more ends. I give all women out there points. If you feel that you can stay with your man after he go out there and conceive life. See, I was pregnant a few times. And mine didn't come because I had very high blood pressure. And my stress could not let that baby stay in me. Our first one, he was the closest. But I don't know, maybe my body wasn't ready, maybe I wasn't. But God had different plans for that, so I'll let that go. But for each and every one, it was like an issue because of him. I'm stressing out, what did you do? I'm stressing out, you ain't doing this. I'm stressing out, I'm finding this in your wallet. I'm finding this in your pocket. So I'm like, okay, maybe marrying this idiot, it would show him to be a better man, like somebody out here truly in love with you. I don't doubt his love for me then. I don't doubt him being in love with me. I just doubt that he can't handle what you ain't got. You just got to wait until it's your turn to get it. But instead, he better have these umpteen women out here taking care of him than to be the man he's supposed to be, but God will bless him with everything he got with the one he already picked. So, since he needed new life, and he said he created, I gave me new life because I put my papers in court, and the same day I left. And I ain't never been happy ever since. I told y'all, leave them old dudes alone. Leave them alone.
You're a mess.
I am.
So, we know that you have certain feelings towards your mother. What was the
ultimate for her?
Yes.
Okay. My grandmother always wanted that one wish for me and her to always have some kind of relationship. I tried. I did. The calling, keeping in touch, Facebook. I tried. It wasn't working. I went to her in Georgia. She told me, come to me, you know, whatever you need to do, I'm going to be there to help you out. I told her I had a list. I said, I need to get this, and this done, and I can start working on a new me, being free now. So she was like, sure, come on, come to Georgia. I got my way down to Georgia, went to Georgia. I wound up in the psych ward the first day.
Why?
Because I was too close to her, physically. I felt I was about to break and really lose it. So I need to get my mind together. And the only place I knew how to do that was take me to the psych ward and let them know, like, right now I need y'all to give me some attention because there's some things going on that I'm still reflecting from back then. So I got out and everything, thought everything would be great and grandy and everything. Well, come to find out, old girl left me on the street. But I did find a shelter that could take me until I could figure out what's my next move to get from down there to back where I got people at. So they kicked me out a day after Valentine's Day, no extension on that. So basically I was on the streets down there. I run into Deborah. She gives me $10 in the middle of the night, knowing I'm on the street, but would she give me a place to stay? No. Her reason is because she needs full authority over my life. Well, I had a flashback. Bitch, didn't I give you full authority over the childhood life? Mm-hmm. Do you really think I'm gonna let you come in and screw up the adulthood that I'm trying to fix now or tap into? She left me and my things. I had got some help from a reliable person at the moment who got somebody else to come and help me. I got it together and I came back to Connecticut to my babies.
Okay. Your babies who?
Her name is Ty and Nyla.
How old is Nyla?
Nyla is 2. She'll be 3 the end of January.
Okay.
Ty just turned 22 this August. The light of my life, these girls. Nyla was in her mom when I met her mom. I don't know. I always prayed that I would have a daughter that will give me that little instinct of me inside of them. Show a little bit of me. Like, I'm crazy, but I got a good heart. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, this girl popped up and she gave my whole life a 360 meaning. My ex used to tell me, you'll never have kids. Mm-hmm. He said, you'll be lonely. You'll die old, lonely. You'll get some dude that's going to whoop your ass every day. Okay, pumpkin. If you ain't beat my ass, what makes you think the next dude going to put his hands on me and walk away? You ain't take my money. What makes you think the next man going to take my money? He said you would never have kids. I would love for him to see what I have. My girls, I take that title godmother. I take it to the end of the moon. These girls have changed my life. They gave me a new look. Mm-hmm. They gave me a new vision. The dark cloud, the death note, the obituary, it's like it's been put to rest. It's like, wow, okay, I got a plan for Nala next event. I got to help her, whatever her mom want me to do for her birthday. Like, deep Ty coming for the week. Things that just makes sense in my life. And my Tata ain't normal either. Like, my baby got the biggest heart, but you mess with her loved ones, yeah, she it's a 15,000 right there. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. If you can say 2 things to your mother, well, to Deborah, what would it be?
I'm over you, and I'm good.
What is your relationship status with your mother kids? Your brother?
None.
And your sister?
None.
Why?
Well, my brother was locked up in federal. I didn't have a relationship with him until I really got myself right. And I started talking to him on the telephone, seeing how he doing. And whatever help he need financially, emotionally, I was there. I guess my money was more important because when he got out, I don't hear from him no more. So I wish I could do that as a tax write-off for a federal prison inmate, because I would have been done it. As for the other two siblings, the girls, I don't mess with them. I don't talk to them. I reached out to one of them when I was in Georgia, and she said, I'm going to call you back. I'm still waiting for the call, but I got a new number, so I don't know how that's going to happen. We stopped talking when my grandma left.
Tell me a little bit about that. Like, where did that leave you when she passed?
Okay, it left me in a dark...
Because for some people who don't know, Minnie Jones was your life.
Yeah, that was my breathing too. That was, as they say, I have an oxygen machine. She was my oxygen machine. I mean, I wasn't never the type that go out, hang out, party, turn up. I did that at home on nights off from work. I'd rather give her that time. I mean, my grandma been through a lot when she was here. She did double knee surgery, got through it like a champ. She had to have eternal emergency surgery because she was bleeding heavily and they couldn't find it. I was there for that, even though her daughter came for a day. Okay. She had to go to a nursing home for therapy. I was there. I had to learn how to cloth the hole, clean. I had to learn, you know, it's a lot as a granddaughter. You taking on a whole burden. You don't have no help. And when you got the grandmother of the only child she got that's supposed to be there, she's not there. She's having fun. She's going to block parties. She's hanging out with her girlfriends from whatever church the Satan worship at. I mean, you're not here. What about your mother? You're going to tell me God sent you a vision that I need you? No, bitch. He told you your mama is dying. But was you there? No. She tried to mess up my grandmother's life insurance. Oh, God is good again. Because he put a new one in my mailbox the same day she stole the other two. So we still got to do what was necessary. My grandmother, let me tell you something. Minnie Jones is going to live on for a long time. If I ever get pregnant, and God knows I pray I don't.
Hold that thought. We'll be back with part 4.
Y'all show. Grandma, everybody's being a grandma. Everybody, her grandkids, her daughter, family, friends, kids, you name it, she was there. Her and my granddaddy wasn't the type of people to turn their back just because you going through a little something, something. But when it was coming down to my grandmother, marriage, I'm sorry, I had to take that problem and put it way in the back burner because she needed my strength. Dialysis, no kidneys, diabetic. I changed so much in my life, I'm still working with a lot of that now. And I'm grateful that it was her I got to do it with. I'm grateful I got the last smiles and the last kisses, and I got to show her how much I love her, and hear her call me on the phone and say, Nikki, I want my chicken wings and potatoes. Nikki, I want Dunkin' Donuts. I need my bagel with cream cheese and my coffee. Like, this is stuff people don't understand. I would give up everything. If that means I sit out in this street butt naked with nothing, just to have her for a little bit more, to get them 2 orders to her, I would drop my life just to give her. Let me hear it again. Let me go get it. It will be got. But as for Deborah, I'm done. As for her kids, I'm done. I have no more energy.
Okay, you as a little girl, what was one thing that you, if your mother could say to you to console you, what would it have been? It's nothing she could have said to console you?
The most she could have done is the first time she knew something wasn't right with the man she brought in her home and got rid of him. Do something besides just let it happen. Maybe. But you can't look at me 40 plus years later and say, oh, what happened to you 40 something years ago? 40 years ago, I can't change it. I can't do nothing. I gotta move on with my life. Well, I applaud that you can move on with your life. I just wish you could see what I go through with mine. Because I carry that now with where I go. I have a 2-year-old goddaughter. And I'm very funny about people. Men, women, it doesn't bother me. I don't like them around her. So you put my guard up even more to make sure. I really see how if she changed, we're gonna figure this shit out. But it's nothing. Deborah can live on, be happy. I let this lady come to my dad's funeral, thinking she was really there for moral support. No, because I had to turn around and learn. She's back in New York, telling people I grew up with how I killed my grandmother.
How did that make you feel?
I cried. I got so angry that if I saw her, I would have attacked her. I cried because you know that ain't true. You gave a story, but you took your pieces and put it where you wanted them instead of giving the whole thing. You was not there as a mother, as a daughter, to take care of your mom. You was not there. So whatever went down with her, you had no clue because they had to tell me. So as a mother and a daughter, I really don't see no fit in her. I look at me as my grandparents' daughter. Both of my grandparents died with me. My grandfather died in my home on Veterans Day, his day. And his wife turned around and died a few years down the road. He went in November, she went in December. So it's like my closure, I'm just a woman they made.
Okay. So my last question to you is, if you can say one thing to your grandmother, what would it be?
I admire you. I am beyond blessed to have had her in my life and raised me to be that woman.
If you could ask her one question, what would it be?
See, to me, it's like the embarrassing question. But I really, from her, I need to know she's proud of me. I know they said your angels see your walk. And I'm hoping she's seen that every struggle where they had me on my knees crawling to get help, I found my own help without having to degrade myself to get there.
If you can say one thing to your grandfather, what would it be?
I thank you for making me the strong black bitch I am. I thank you for being my strong arm. I thank you for being my teddy bear, my buddy. I thank you for being so open with your grandbaby. That our bond, me and his bond, it ain't going nowhere. The Charles Jones is living forever, girl.
If you can ask him one thing, what would it be?
The same. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of the strength that I showed walking in this real hard journey? I mean, I'm talking at least the last 4 years of going into the end of my marriage. Like, are you proud of everything you see I had to accomplish and work hard for to get where I'm at now? Like, and I got a feeling they'll tell me yes.
Okay. And if you can ask your dad one thing, what would it be? Or if you can tell him one thing, what would it be?
I would love to tell. I'm glad we got our bond. Like he was my strong arm during my divorce. He took every phone call. He cursed the judges as I cursed the judges. But I have to tell him, I thank you. I'm glad that we was able to get away from the mess Deborah created to something beautiful and blissful. So when you pass, at least I can say to myself, me and my dad got it together.
Okay. If you can, and I know you don't really want a relationship with your mother, but if you can ask her one thing, what would it be?
I don't know. I don't even know if the question even exists for her anymore.
So what was the question? Before you got to the point where you didn't want anything to do with her. If you was still that Nicole who still wanted a relationship with her, and you had one question you wanted to ask her, what would it be?
Why would you let all that happen to me?
Okay. And last but not least, if you can say or ask your ex one thing, what would it be?
That's more like a two-part for me, because I would have to ask him, like, stupid. You had everything at home. The working wife, catered to your needs, took care of you like I was supposed to, well beyond. Like, was your selfish needs that important to destroy something you started? I didn't start it. I was 16. You're 20. I didn't ask you to get married to me. You put the ring on my finger on the knee in front of my grandmother. So if you knew you could not be that husband, well, I would never have to fear the word divorce coming up, why did you marry me? Why didn't you just let me move on? But that's all right. Because what's one man messed up trash, it's another man's black diamond.
Okay, so where is Nicole today?
Nicole is in a very good place. Nicole is happy. Nicole is still, well, she's somewhat single. We ain't get that figured out yet until we speak to the person we need to talk to. But anyway, she's super blessed. Just like I said, I got my girls, I got my family. I have new members of the family that I'm getting to know and loving. I'm praying soon these people will have me moving so I can start the next happy adventure in my new place. I'm looking forward to seeing more of my family come hang out with me. I'm looking to see if I have a new love life going to shake up. Maybe by next year, we don't know yet. But if you're available and you're good looking and you stand 6'2", yeah, you need to give UDR Productions a hit. I mean, everything right now is good. I'm not going to say great because it's stress all around. It's always something to worry about. But what my life right now, from all of that to here, my grandparents and I know my dad is showering nothing but their happiness and their strength. So I'm good.
That's good. Let me see.
I
think that's it.
You sure, Miss Chocolate?
That's it.
So we did good. Just like I said, 6'2". Make sure it's packed nicely. UR Productions, UDR, my bad. I thank y'all. I had a great interview. This actually helped me out. I hope it can help y'all out. If it's a little something in there, you want to ask a question, please do not hesitate to hit the UDR Productions up. I am going to answer any questions you might have. And just like I say, stay blessed, stay happy, keep it moving out there, and be good to yourself.
And don't forget to like,
like, share, and subscribe. And it costs nothing to subscribe. So let's do this. Hey!
E5 and 8.
Yes, indeed, y'all. Yes, indeed. Welcome to UDR Productions. Please like, subscribe, and share. It doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe. So we can keep bringing you guys all this good content from prayer to streets. UDR Productions. Let's go and let's get it.